Let's go on a mission through the truck graveyard. I'm gonna rob the cab jack off this. The mad thing is, look at this stuck up in the air. I can literally just pull this down with my hand. I'm lifting the whole wagon. Mad. Right on its pivot point. So I've had to come down the scrapyard, the wagon graveyard, to source a new cab jack. Since mine, I brought the old one down just to make sure everything matches up. And to replace my old knackered one. So we're going to take this one off, get it fit on my truck, and then get the cab jack back up again, or down, all the way. So yesterday, when I was lowering my cab, the cab jack broke. So I've had to get a replacement for it. Here's the old one that broke. Now what happened was you just swivel this round to up or down, and normally they have a stop on the back that stops you going too far, but after some of them snap off, and as you can see, it goes far beyond where it's supposed to. I could spin it right the way around if I wanted. So you just kind of had to guess somewhere around there for up, somewhere around there for down. And what's happened is I was jacking down the cab, and it must have been a little bit too far, or a little bit not enough. And the pressure built up in here, and boom, blew the blooming seal and the whole casting off. And smashed it all. Bloody leaked oil everywhere. So I was like, for God's sake. So managed to get hold of a new one. Here it is. Very easy to fit. Basically up, down, and this has the stop actually working. There's a thing on the back of that, so it stops you going too far. So I know exactly where up is and exactly where down is. Put it on. This has got a jack point instead of like a big nut on it, so I can just slot that straight in the top and just jack straight away. So much easier. I'm happy with that. Nice, quick, simple fix. And then once I've got somewhere properly to mount this, I can take the J-clamps off and mount it somewhere properly. So I've got the cab tilted up. I've given it a quick dampen with a hose pipe, and I've squared it with like a degreasing agent everywhere, because I want all the axles and everything under there, because I want to get this power washed off tonight, as much as I can, grease off it, and then prepare it, because I want to do all these silver bits black, all the axles black to match the rest, underneath the fiberglass all black. And then I'm going to start taking off the old signage, start prepping all the bodywork for paint this week, while I've got a decent run of weather this week. Let's have a look. Let's see how easy I can get that sticker off with a power wash. I want to take these old grates off, you know, they rusted through, they're knackered. Get some new ones made, maybe some new checker plate, and keep them as a template for the new one to be made on. New checker plate, new, all these sprayed black, apart from the checker plate obviously nice and shiny. That looks really black off now. Fill in certain holes here, there and everywhere. Just fill and rub all this down. Look, that's the old, see the holes off where the old plate was. I think that's when it was carrying, like, I think it's called Cat 3 or something like that, Category 3, Category 2, like on when it's pulling really heavy stuff, your data plate or whatever goes on there. Again, replace that rotten step, same on this side. Coming along alright. Now I'm just jacking this up to get the wheels off so I can properly get in and clean it a bit better and spray it much easier with these big wheels off. But when I jack it up, there's not much room for me to chock anything either side because if the wheel needs to turn. So hence why I prop it off the diff in the middle. Well, I've done this before. It's incredible how much weight this crushes down on here. I mean, I am safe because I've got a nation of ground clearance to be under here. But when I let this off, watch how much that crushes. She's gone down there, crushed that bit of 3B2. Absolutely squished it under the weight of the diff. Now, but now, both my wheels are off the deck, and I can get both these wheels off nice and easy now. Come on. I don't know if when you watched my other video, when I took one of these up the weighbridge, each wheel weighs around 270, 280 kilograms, over a quarter ton in each. Oh, there we go. So yes, they are difficult to move about. I'll just get it out from under here. It's just a challenge and a half. I'm going to crowbar this front edge. Hopefully, that's it. That's it. Come on. She's coming. Pretty much it. Right. Come with me. Almost. Oh my god. And she's off. Whew. Get this packed up down here. Come on. Against there. Wait there, you. That's much better access in there now. Now, I think I've already talked about this torque multiplier in another video, but it's fantastic for getting some seriously tight bolts on and off, like when you got wagons and stuff. Basically, one turn on this is a quarter turn at the nut. And, I mean, I'd never get that off with a 3-foot long bar, which I snapped from the other one. Come on there. We'll get them off with ease. With a standard 1/2-inch breaker bar onto the back of one of these. Now obviously I'm turning clockwise because on this truck on the passenger side it's opposite hand thread, and then on the driver's side it's normal left hand thread. Oh, it just takes its time getting them off, that's the thing. I'm just cracking them all and then I'll go around and take them all off. Put 10 nuts per wheel, it takes a while. But yeah, I'd be lost without this torque multiplier. 100%. Must have in the toolbox kit for when I'm away. Oh, this is a tight one. There we go. Put my bar there ready. Maybe if I put the bar under now. No. Rock it off. It's coming. I think. Little by little. I feel like I need a leg up there. No. There will be a good technique to this, but I just don't know it. Oh, there she goes. Now I can use this. Just jimmy it out. That's it. Oh, yeah, bugger. Is that it? Are we out? Are we hell? There we go. Oh. Park you in there. Oop. There we go. Deal with you later. Back to this side. And on here, I'm taking off these rubbish bit of checker plate that's been on for years. Look, it's hanging off as it is. Taking this off and getting it replaced with a nice bit of new checker plate. But I'll keep these old ones. I'll just take them too. And say, yeah, I want like just make these as templates, you know. Nice and simple. I drill out the old rivets. Ugh. Doesn't look very nice on there. What lies beneath? Minging. It's all getting cleaned off. If it's rotten, it's getting replaced. Don't forget the bottom step. Wait, these steps too. There we go. As I say, keep them for templates. Look nice, them all black with new checker plate on. It looks smart as. Taking this foot plate off next. I'm going to replace these with checker plate too. There we go. Keep that as a template. Ugh. Minging all the dirt that's under there. That is. front grille off. Nice. I am out here going to town on absolutely everything. Everything's off. I've took this cage off here, side light, indicator off, taking the headlights off because they're going to be replaced anyway. And I don't want like a space unpainted left on the on the underside of the bumper. So I'd rather have it fully sprayed, and then I can fit the new lights on when I'm ready, when I'm good and ready. Tell you what, these lights haven't been off in a long time, if ever. Right, well, I've gotten quite well with the stripping of stuff down. I've got mirrors off, grille off, indicator side light off, headlights just dangling, the big hoops off. I've power washed, degreased, degreased. I've got a bit more degreaser on now, just letting it soak in, because I just want to get, there's a bit on here and a bit round here that I want to get off. It's certainly looking a hell of a lot cleaner under here. I've needle gunned everything, that's something else. I've went over everything with needle gun. Some looks pretty good. It'll look mint when it's all blacked up. These are cleaned off and rotted. So new pieces of steel needed on these. Completely gone. Yes. I'm going to give one more power wash off. Then I've got all the rubbers to clean off tomorrow. And then I'm getting somewhere. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I'll probably black out the bottoms tomorrow as well. There's the other step. Ooh dear. Right, here I go. And I'm going to start at the top and work my way down with the undersealer. Oh, I want to do underneath this cab first. See how she goes. This is like practice for when I do the what's it called? Raptor paint. One thing I am noticing when you're doing a wider panel, it's not got the widest spray pattern in the world. Well, I've ended up blasting on and just trying to see how much I can get cracked off, to be honest, because I want to push to get this done. All the underneath of there is done, looks mint. I've done all this chassis there, the spring. I've still got bits to finish though. Steps, I've welded in a new step on the bottom. As you go underneath, I've still got all the underneath to do. Let's have a look around the other side. Oh. So same on this side. Blacked it all up on the underneath. This is the side I ran out on, so it's a bit thin here. You know, I want to do in the back of the bumpers. Or the bottom of the springs that to do yet. I've made it around here, but I need to get the wheels turned to get in easier. But it's coming there. Step welded in the bottom. But yeah. It's getting there. More paint needed. And there we have a shot with the cab down. It's going to look mint. There's a few areas I can see where it's a bit thin though. This area here, when you see it on a completely different angle, it sort of highlights bits to you. So I'm going to work through them bits. A few bits in here I want to get that I can see that I've missed. You know, once again on a different angle. But all in all, it's coming together. So now I'm up here, stood on the front bumper, doing the very monotonous job of cleaning the rubbers off. Oh, honestly, sick of my life doing this. But I've done the back window. That took a lifetime. I'm on with this one, which is an interesting shape to do, but that to do, and then the next one to do, and then again on that other back window. Oh, just keep persevering. Right, well that's as far as I'm going to get tonight. I started scraping off those rubber seals. You see I've got the one on the right done. But it is a bit slow process. I've gotten the side done. That one round there is done. But it's getting there. Slow process. I'm probably going to need at least another 2 tins of black for underneath, I think. I want to do the sump, the rest of the axle, both sides, and then some odds and sods. Probably 2 more tins. Yeah, I think I could be stuck on this for the rest of this week now, because other things I've got planned in. So the weather's meant to change next week, which isn't the best. So let's just see how we go. But I need a decent run of weather after this weekend. I don't think it'll be too bad to spray, you know, going off what the underneath of the cab was like with the Schultz. It's pretty much similar to doing that, from what I hear. So just need another 4 days of this weather next week. Fingers crossed.